Greetings. Join me today as we dive deep into the lineage of the inner waters. The first time water came to my awareness as a teaching force was in August of 2023. I was offering feedback to a colleague who was moving through the High Priestess training with me when a symbolic current began to move through me. At that time, it did not arrive as a complete teaching, but as a living impression. It was fluid, unfinished, and quietly insistent. The water came first, and the Trident followed later. What emerged then has continued to evolve, to deepen, and clarify through embodied experience rather than conceptual refinement. What is shared here traces that unfolding, from its first appearance to its most recent articulation. Water revealed itself as an intelligence rather than an element. It appeared as adaptability without loss of essence, responsiveness without collapse. Water does not oppose its environment, nor does it dissolve into it. It meets what is present and reshapes itself accordingly. Because the human body is largely composed of water, internal states are registered somatically before they are actually understood on a mental level. Resistance is received by the body as tightening, freezing, and closing. These responses are signals indicating how inner and outer forces are meeting. In this way, the body becomes a field of feedback. It reflects what is being negotiated beneath awareness. One of the central teachings that emerged at that time concerned responsibility as alignment. Responsibility was revealed as the point at which inner orientation meets outer circumstances. It asks where attention, energy, and identity are being held, and whether these holdings remain coherent with our lived truth. Transformation was shown to arise through small, consistent shifts in how experience is being met. How breath responds when discomfort appears, how emotion is acknowledged rather than overridden, how softening replaces bracing. When small resistances are repeated over time, they accumulate into closures. These closures then are experienced as stagnation, dryness, fatigue, and immobility. And as locations where our attention, our love, and our care is really needed. Anywhere the system closes marks a place that is asking for breath. Anywhere discomfort appears marks a place asking for presence. Another layer of the teaching revealed the relationship between feeling and thought. A feeling held without awareness generates thoughts. Thoughts amplifies the feeling. Together they shape lived experience. The teaching did not point towards suppression or control, but it did point towards intimacy with our inner states. What arises might not be chosen, but how it is inhabited remains responsive to awareness. When inner content is brought into consciousness, it becomes mutable. When it is avoided, it continues to organize experience from below the threshold of perception. Transformation in this case, and in this sense, is presence clarified. As the teaching matured, water revealed another dimension, and this time it was descent. This descent was symbolized through mermaid imagery, a movement into the subconscious layers where early impressions of vulnerability are stored. This movement shows up as a retrieval, The inner child did not appear as something broken, but as something waiting to be seen. What was required was witnessing rather than our attempts to intervene. Letting go was shown as releasing the momentum of suffering so it no longer organizes the future. As the water teachings continued to unfold, the symbol of the golden trident arose, and it was always often associated by the Lemurian seed crystals, which in this case were perceived as antennas for refined awareness. The trident revealed itself as a symbol of integration: body, mind, and spirit, life, death, and renewal, reception, responsibility, and release. It carried a consistent message that every expansion of awareness requires an exchange. Something must be set down for something else to be received, for accumulation and expansion do not coexist. The inner door opens only when the hands are free. More recently, the symbol has continued to clarify. I actually explored its deeper layers in a video titled Ancient Wisdom and Time Travel, where I move more fully into the symbolism of the trident and the broader implications of what is unfolding through it. For those who feel drawn to understand this aspect more deeply, I will place the link below so this transmission can be received in a fuller context. What arrived in 2023 is still not concluded. It remained active, adaptive, and unfinished, continuing to unfold through lived experience. Recently, the same current has returned with renewed clarity and depth. The material that follows marks the threshold of that deepening. In the next video I'll post, I'll be moving more fully into this unfolding, entering more directly into the transmission of the inner waters and the phases of the embodied form, allowing the teaching to speak from its present state rather than its origin. This text serves as the bridge, and what comes next begins the descent. I hope you enjoy this, and so it is.